Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jake from TNJ, and we're back for more SJSU Dynasty, so hit that like button. Now ranked at number 8 in the nation. Looking at our conference standings here, we're 7-1, 5-0 in conference after beating UCLA last week, and you just see, one thing I am critical of the Pac-12 in this dynasty, nobody is really making a move to be like a top school, and you can just see number 20 is like as far as we go pretty much, and it kind of hurts me because we need a tougher conference in order for us to really jump teams that are ahead of us like Iowa, Alabama, Oklahoma. I mean, all these teams have tougher conferences right now than we do, so it's kind of hard to exactly jump them, and that's kind of been our gripe this season. So here is Jennings starting out the first game versus Arizona, who, remember, they did win the conference championship the first year we did join this conference, and they were a powerhouse, but now the tides have turned. They've pretty much taken a huge step back. As you see, we are at home during this game, and, one thing about Arizona is that, they do have the same spread system. They're just not the same team. I don't know how they fell off, whether it was recruiting or what, but they're just not the same team anymore. So now we're inside the red zone here in this game, and we dump it off to Denzel Knox, and we possibly had a touchdown on that one, as I think Sammy Baldwin was wide open in the end zone, and we missed him, and we do end up settling for the field goal. So out comes Arizona here on offense, but now we're getting to him right away. That's Andre Armstead. He goes in unblocked on Arizona's first play of offense, and that's a blown assignment already for Arizona. So now facing a 3rd and 12. Here's Joyner from the shotgun. This time he's going to air it out deep, and he's got a man downfield. And Andrew Jordan in coverage, and Marcus Jr. comes up with it, but then he breaks free. How did he get in? Wow, take another look. Andrew Jordan just wipes out the wrong guy. Look at Managa is coming for the tackle, and Andrew Jordan just levels him. Just take another look. I mean, he just levels him. I don't know what that was, but somehow Arizona scores on that. So now Arizona takes a surprising 7-3 lead here as Denzel Knox. Remember, he is first in the Heisman voting so far, and he's got a quick 31 yards on 5 carries. Another carry for him this time, and he's going to get to the outside, but he's going to get stripped, and he's coughing it up, and Johnson is falling on this one, and that's a turnover, and Arizona takes back over, and they could maybe take command of this game here in the first quarter. So up comes Joyner out onto the field. He's going to fake the screen to the left. He's going to throw this one deep down the sideline, and it's going to be picked off by Josh Hemphill. And wow, Hemphill is like, man, how many interceptions has he had in his career so far just starting? I mean, I think he had 6 interceptions last year, and that's just what he does. He's just a ball hawk. But out on the next drive, we cannot get anything going on offense, so we have to punt the ball right back to Arizona. So now after setting up, after a good return and a couple of first downs here, here's Joyner throwing the screen pass to Hayes, and Hayes gets to the outside, and Hayes is going to pick up 15 yards on that one as they move inside of field goal range. So 1st and goal this time. They're handing it off to Hayes, and Hayes gets a wide open hole up the middle, and that's 7 yards for a touchdown, and that is going to be a 14-3 lead for Arizona here on the road. We just got done talking about how they took a step back. Maybe we're on upset alert. So here comes Jay Taylor onto the field. He gets an 8-yard carry up the middle, and he moves it to about the 35. So now a 3rd and 8 call. Wide open is Champagne Green over the middle. He gets a 23-yard gain on that one, and another first down for this offense. So now running a counter play to the left side. Denzel Knox has got a wide open hole. He fights off a tackler, and he's in. Touchdown, Denzel Knox. And man, is he really broke through this season. And I wouldn't be surprised if he declares for the NFL draft. So now here's Hayes on the next drive, getting the carry up the middle, but this defensive front is gotten better each week. I feel like no team has really killed us so far as we send the blitz, and that's Michael Cummings getting the sack on that one, and he goes in untouched, and we force the punt with 2 minutes left. So now here is Jennings out onto the field. He's going to dump it off to Denzel Knox across the field, and he's picking up 10 yards as Denzel Knox is an underrated receiver in this offense. So 2nd and 4, Jay Taylor in the game now. He's getting the handoff. He's getting the first down gain of 6 as we move this one inside the 30, and we move this game, or this half, to under a minute. So here's a throw to the outside. Champagne Green, he breaks a tackle. He gets to the first down marker, and close to the 10-yard line on that catch and run, as he's got 3 receptions for 45 in this game. Here's a quick throw across the middle. Sammy Baldwin, he's moving the ball inside the 5-yard line, gain of 8. We really need to move Sammy Baldwin around a little bit. You know, he is stuck on the outside, but we kind of need to move him around. But Champagne Green is doing a pretty good job in the slot. Definitely want to work both of those guys into the slot, but we get into the end zone, and we go into halftime with this 17-14 lead. So now here's Arizona to start the second half. Joyner, he's going to try to scramble out, but he's going to get stopped by Armstead and taken down. And that's actually going to be credited to Terrence Miller because he was the last one to touch him. But now they get it to a 3rd and 7 after that sack. Here's Joyner from the shotgun. He's got all day to throw. He's going to throw to the sideline, and that's going to be almost picked off. James Will Smith. Remember James Will Smith in the beginning of this dynasty? I always like to reminisce and just think, you know, he was just a young guy, and he was making tons of mistakes when I put him on defense. And now look at him. I mean, he is basically our best defender. So now after the punt, we give it back to Denzel Knox in a wide open hole. He breaks off a couple of tackles, and that's a 14-yard carry up the middle. He's got 83 yards rushing in this game. So now 1st and 10. They're setting an all-out blitz, but Jennings drops back way too far, and that's a loss of 15 yards, sacked by Marcus Hill. So now a 2nd and 25. They're getting through right away again, but we find Matt Pollard over the middle, and he's a mismatch nightmare because, remember, he was a former receiver. He gets 25 yards just like that. So a 3rd and goal. Here's another carry. Denzel Knox getting up the middle, and he's getting to about the 1. So we're going to line up to go for this here on 4th and goal. Denzel, that we kind of spread it out a little bit, handing it off. And there's a nice block that time. And wow, we get in. Denzel Knox, the offensive line, saved us on that one because we could have turned the ball over on the goal line. So now we're up 10 in this game. Here is Joyner throwing the ball across the middle, and that's deflected by Marcus Daniels. He got up on that one and deflected it away, almost an interception. So now facing a 3rd and 12. Here's Joyner. He's going to throw it across the middle to Larson, his tight end. He's going to get stopped before the 1st down marker, and we're going to force another punt here in the second half. So now in a 1st and 10 here, 50 seconds left here in the 3rd. Here's Jay Taylor putting on a spin move, and he's breaking himself free, and he's getting to about the 50-yard line. Wow, nice spin move. Way to separate from the defender on that one, and now we get to the 50-yard line. So now 1st and 10, throw across the middle. There's Raheem Akusi. That's the first time we've seen him this game. That's a gain of 12. So now here is Knox. He's been carrying the ball quite a bit in this one. He's got a wide open hole up the middle. That's a gain of 7 as he's closing in on 100 yards rushing. Jay Taylor now gets the handoff. He gets to the outside, puts a move on. He gets about 9 yards, but we do get the face mask penalty on this one. So now we move the ball inside the 5-yard line. So now a 3rd and goal. Here's Knox into the game. We got to give it to him on the 1-yard line. He gets in. That's easy work for him. And now we take the 31-14 lead here in the 4th quarter. So Joyner from the shotgun. He's going to try to scramble out. He's getting hit hard, but that's only a gain of 5 as Jamari Joyner has been held in check, especially passing the ball in this game. Here he is trying to scramble out once again on a 3rd and 3. He's going to get caught from behind. He's not going to get to the marker, making it a 4th and 2. They got to go for this. Down by 3 scores. Joyner from the shotgun. He's going to run the speed option to the right side. We've seen this too many times, and that's a tackle in the backfield. Josh Hayes cannot get back to the marker, and they turn the ball over, and now we take back over in their territory. So on a 2nd and 9, here is Drayvon Jennings. He's going to throw all the way back across the field. That's just his athleticism and the arm that he has. He's got talent. I think that, he does struggle with accuracy, but I think NFL teams will take a chance on him. He is a big body guy. He's big. He can move around, and I think, with some work, he can definitely work on that accuracy, and we'll see what he does. If he does declare for the draft, he might. You never know. So now here's Denzel Knox. I mean, he might declare for the draft. Man, with the season that he's having, 4 touchdowns here in this game, and he shares one here with Jay Taylor, who gets in from 1 yard out, making it a 38-14 game as we go on to win this game. And Arizona really didn't have a chance. That one big play that time, that was pretty much it in this game for Arizona. They couldn't really do anything on offense at all. Our defense has just been dominant, and they continue to dominate. As you can just see, Denzel Knox just does what he wants, And on the defensive side, the same guys just coming through week after week. Andre Armstead, Cummings, and Terrence Miller all get a sack as Josh Hemphill does his thing on the outside as well. He gets an interception. So heading into the second game of this episode, we get a couple of signings here. Dominique James and Kai Malik Calgary both commit. So we might have, our eventual replacements for Terrence Miller and Andre Armstead. Remember, they are both seniors and they have both been leading our organization in sacks the last 2-3 years. I mean, it seems like, they've been starting ever since day one, and we definitely need to replace them. But speaking of replacing, we have our number one middle linebacker in the country, Eric Peterson, visiting us this game as we take on Texas A&M at SEC school. So here we go. We're starting out this game on a 3rd and 10, backed up at the 10-yard line. And look at Champagne Green. He's getting open. He's spinning away. He's breaking free. And each game, it seems like he's getting better. And you can just see here, I mean, he's got the breakaway speed. He's got the elusiveness in space. I mean, he is just a game breaker. And I'm really excited for him in this offense, even going forward, because remember, we are going to have to switch up the offense probably because, our offense has been so good. We just keep switching coordinators every single year, and that means that we switch a playbook every year. And I don't doubt that, our offensive coordinator is going to get another head coaching job. Remember, this was the former coach at Western Michigan, at Minnesota, and now he's here. So I could definitely see him getting a head coaching job somewhere else. So we do take the 7-0 lead here in this second game of this doubleheader. Here is Managa getting the tackle there on Nixon, and that's a gain of 9. As Texas A&M isn't having the greatest of seasons, they haven't really, I've never really seen them dominate in NCAA football, but here they have a decent offense. They're just not doing well as a team. So here is McBride, Bobby McBride, a sophomore running back, getting 35 yards on that carry for his first carry of the game, and that's a big gain. Now they move the ball into our territory. So you're on 3rd and 6, throwing the ball across the middle. They've got Denman open, and he's going to get 16 yards. Jason Denman inside the 10-yard line. So now under center, here's Foster handing it off to McBride again, but he's going to get tackled in the backfield. That's James Will Smith for a tackle in the backfield, making it a 3rd and 12. Running the screen pass out to the right, but this time he's going to get sacked, and that's Michael Pryor. Man, I got to say, the best move that we've made as a team is moving Michael Pryor to the defensive line. Ever since then, teams have not been able to run. They haven't been able to pass. No time to throw the ball. I mean, it's just been amazing. So here's Denzel Knox continuing what he does, getting that first down carry. So now on a 2nd and 3, close to the 50. Here's a throw across the middle. There's Mark Harrell, who I've basically highlighted in the last few videos. He's pretty much been that utility guy, that Swiss Army knife, playing everywhere on the field. I really like what he does. So here's Denzel Knox getting the carry up the middle for 7 yards, making it a 2nd and 3. Giving it right back to him. He's breaking a tackle, and he's getting inside the 20-yard line on that carry. That's 11 yards. As you can just see, he's just so hard to tackle. So 1st and 15. We're dumping it off to Big Donovan Taylor. Look at him fighting off those two guys. I thought you guys would find this really funny, seeing Big Donovan Taylor, the former guard turned fullback. I mean, this guy is huge. I mean, look at him. He catches the ball, fights off one, fights off another, and it takes 3 guys to take him down. That's hilarious. So now 3rd and 10. Here's Jennings from the shotgun. He's going to throw to the sideline. He's got a Kusi who keeps a foot in bounds, 15 yards, and he barely toe taps his way to the 1. So here's Knox finishing off this drive. That's an easy touchdown. And just like that, we take the 14-3 lead here at home. So now on to the second quarter. Here is a throw to the left side. He's got Nixon, and Anthony Nixon picks up the 20-yard catch on that one. And they get, a first down on this one. So here's Foster handing it off to McBride, who did break off a big run earlier, but he hasn't been able to do anything lately. That's a stop in the backfield by Josh Hemphill. So now 3rd and 9. Foster running the screen pass out to McBride. This time, but look at James Will Smith. He takes on a block, fights off the block, and makes the tackle. I mean, this guy, this is why he's an All-American. I mean, just making plays like that is just incredible. So here's Drayvon Jennings back out on the next drive. He's going to scramble and take it himself on a 2nd and 25, and he's picking up a gain of 8 after we did lose a couple of yards there after a penalty on first down. So now 3rd and 16. Here's a throw across the middle. There is Matt Pollard, the senior tight end. I wonder if he's going to get drafted, to be honest, because, you know, he's really high rated and he's one of the most reliable hands on our team, and he's just been nothing but great in this organization. So here is Champagne Green. He's doing a number in this one. He's putting a move on the defender, and he's getting inside the 20-yard line. He's got 86 yards on 3 receptions already. Denzel Knox getting a carry, putting a move on the defender in the hole. And wow, 11 yards. And man, we might be rolling versus Texas A&M. Here's Jennings with the throw to the right side. He's got Champagne Green, who loses ground, but he gets all the way back, and he gets to the 1-yard line. How did he get back inside the 5 on that? So here's Denzel Knox in the backfield. He's going to get the ball on this carry, and it's going to be an easy touchdown. I mean, no surprise there. Denzel Knox having a phenomenal season. So now under a minute left. Here is Foster under center this time. He's got all day to throw. He's going to dump it off to Denman, who's got a lot of room, and he's going to make it to about the 40-yard line. So that's a nice little dump-off pass, as their offensive line did hold up that time. So now on a 3rd and 4, here is Foster. This time he's going to throw to the left side. Almost picked off by Andrew Jordan. And that could have possibly been, you know, a pick 6, maybe. We'll see. But they do end up settling for the field goal, making it a 6-21 game going into halftime. And, you know, we basically dominated this game all the way from the first quarter. So now we move into the second half. Here is Foster running the read option, trying to get some offense going for this offense. And look at this run to the right side. Nice way to start out the second half. That's a gain of 29 for the dual threat quarterback. So 2nd and 6 now at the 45-yard line. Here's Foster, a quick throw across the middle. He's finding Nelson, but not getting to the first down marker, making it a 3rd and 1. Hand off to the right side. McBride trying to get outside, but no. Look who it is. It's James Will Smith again. What kind of animal is he? I mean, he just makes all kinds of plays. Remember, last year he was All-American, preseason All-American this year. I mean, nobody can stop this guy. So now on the next drive, here is Champagne Green. He gets a 13-yard reception on that, and he does get his first 100-yard game of his career. So 2nd and 8. Here's Jennings scrambling out to left side. He's going to try to find his man, Raheem Akusi, but he's going to be picked off. That was just a terrible throw on that. I mean, he had a guy wide open. He just had to lay it to him, and for some reason, it's just off the mark. And that's what I talk about with Drayvon Jennings. Just some throws are just way off. So here is Texas A&M backing on the next drive. Foster, he's finding Nixon on this one, who breaks a couple of tackles, and that's a gain of 15 as Texas A&M is trying to get back into this game. So here's a handoff to McBride. He hasn't been able to get anything going, and he just cannot. That's only a gain of 1, making it a 3rd and 6, close to the 20-yard line. Foster under center this time. He's going to dump it off to the right side to Jude, and he's not going anywhere either. So a 4th and 5 here. Are they going to go for it? But no, they decide to kick the field goal. So now it's 21-9 in this game. Here on a 3rd and 15, Drayvon Jennings is going to scramble out to the right side. He's got a man downfield, but he's going to dump it off to Matt Pollard, who's also open. He breaks a tackle and just gets out of bounds. If he would have stayed in bounds, I'm not sure that wouldn't have been a touchdown. So now 1st and 10. Here's Jennings facing some pressure, and it's picked up perfectly. That's great blocking by the offensive line. And also, you know, those guys up front, I got to give them a lot of credit. They've been blocking really well. So here is Denzel Knox, and look at this line, just sealing these holes off. I mean, these holes are wide open for Denzel Knox to run through. And he does eventually get into the end zone here to cap off this drive, and this is looking like a rout here as we move into the 4th quarter. So now here is Foster back under center. He's going to throw over the middle. He's going to find Smith, and that's a nice catch and run for a gain of 19. So now here on a 1st and 10. At the 32-yard line, Foster, he's going to throw across the middle again. He's got Jude, and he's going to beat JoJo Forrest on that one and barely tackled by James Will Smith going into the end zone. So now 1st and goal, a read option to the left, and he's got room, but he's going to get into the end zone. And James Will Smith does get the tackle, but not before he gets into the end zone. And now it is down to a 2-score lead. So still 5 minutes left here in the game. Here's Drayvon Jennings, a deep throw over the middle. It's Matt Pollard again. And we have 2 100-yard receivers here in this game, Matt Pollard and also Champagne Green. When's the last time this has happened for our offense? So here's Green getting this carry, and he almost puts the move on and gets into the end zone, but now we're inside the 10-yard line. 2nd and 4. Throw to the sideline. There he is. He's getting in 5 yards out. Touchdown, Champagne Green. And this has been a phenomenal game for our offense. All around, passing, running. Texas A&M just does not have an answer in this one. So 34-16 here. Foster in the shotgun. He's going to throw off his back foot. He's going to find his receiver, Nixon. Wow, that was close. That was really close to being a sack. So 3rd and 5. Foster from the shotgun. He's facing some pressure. He's going to roll out to the right. And he's going to be picked off by Adam Murphy. And Adam Murphy doesn't get in much, but he takes advantage of this opportunity. He gets the interception. And that one is probably going to seal this game up here on defense as, man, you know, this defense just been balling out. And we go on to win this game by 3 scores. Denzel Knox gets 4 touchdowns. And he doesn't get 100 yards, but he gets 4 touchdowns. And just a phenomenal season he's having. So we do win these last 2 games here. We have 2 games left here on the schedule. And then we're heading probably to the conference championship if everything does go right. And I don't see us even losing a game, especially with the way our defense is playing. So that's going to do it for this episode. Make sure you hit subscribe, hit that like button. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. So stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.